Listen, man, I'm ready to rise. I'm tired of being locked up in this cage. I'm tired of being locked up in this cell. Can't you see it in me, yeah? I'm ready to rise, y'all. Yeah, I'm ready to rise. Check this one out, y'all. Yeah. From the slums of the ghetto shores, from prison lockdowns, to my emotional struggles of incarceration written down on paper in bookstores. Can't you see it in my walk, talking eyes that I'm ready to rise? You can talk about my past, the character slips I've had, it won't last. What's up, y'all? This JD with Redemption Kings. Listen, I got some stories for y'all today, and the reason why they're so important because they're about me. I never flex on things about me too much. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like right now, this is important for the masses to hear, especially dudes and females that subscribe to my show. See, when I was in prison, man, you know, man, it was easy to get involved and do a whole bunch of different things. Prison is like anything else in this life. See, sometimes, we been in this world, we do everything that we supposed to do. Job, you know what I'm saying? We take care of our family, all these beautiful things that we supposed to do, right? But then in the midst of our, confinement or bondage to these different things, what we do? We try to find peace in the different entertainments that we do. We go to clubs, we take our spouses out to dinner. We do all these different things to try to find, peace in the midst of the stresses, the turmoil, the bills, the kids, the raising, all these different things. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Prison is a world within a world too. And even in the midst of doing all the time that we do, we always try to find, you know, different things that we can, you know, make our time easy. And I was no exception. One of the biggest, you know, I'm gonna call it a god that I had was smoking marijuana. Absolutely, y'all. Listen, you know, for smoking marijuana in prison, the charge for that penalty is 60 days in the box and you lose 180 days worth of game time. And when I say 180 days, I mean you finna lose 6 months from off your sentence. So say you was finna go home in 2027, right? 6 months from now, per your game time, you get caught smoking, that 6 months get backed all the way up. So you lose the 6 months that you can be with your family, your mom and them be hugging on you, you preparing for your life. All that time gone because you was nicking. You know what I'm saying? But see, this was the catch with me, y'all. I had a life sentence. Why would I care if these people catch me and piss test me and I'm dirty? Why? Why should I care? Why should I care? But I always had an innate feeling within me to say, Devin, listen, someday your situation may change. So I try to do everything that I can do to deserve and keep myself out of the foolishness and the bull junk. Everything. But I couldn't stop taking that toke. Listen, man, every 3 months, I wrestle with this thing, man. I fought with this thing, man. Every 3 months I'd be like, man, you know what? I'm through. I ain't doing this no more. It's too much stress. And what I mean by the stress, this is what I'm talking about. I might see my dogs. They might be in a little spot. They don't care. They got life sentence. They be like, man, D, you crazy. And man, I might be walking around the track with one of my homeboys. They be like, man, D, check this out, man. Man, come on, hit this fire, man. We just got it in, man. It's fire too, boy. You don't need but 2 puffs and you're going to be straight. So I'm walking around as I walk towards them with my dog. My dog telling me, man, Jay, but you know you trying to go home. You don't need that. He the good voice. But in my own head, I'm telling myself, man, you still got a life sentence. Man, it's hard up in here. Man, these people trying you every which kind of way. Man, you hit this tote, you hit this fire, this gas. You know what I'm saying? You can run right back in the war in the dorm and start drinking you some water. Get rid of it. That's what I told myself. And when I got near to getting around to my partner and I smelled that fire, guess what I did, y'all? I took me a 2-3 long drive. I'm talking about, man, I'm like, out of there. You feel me? I'm feeling good. My partner, he's shaking his head at me. You know, I'm cracking jokes. I don't get high and getting fighting and all this other stuff. I used to get high. I used to hang out. I would tell my partner, man, I'm going to money that I usually don't spend because it's reserved in my budget. I'm blowing all that. Man. I'm going to go get me a sandwich, a soup, and a tag of chips. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna hang out. So listen, that's what I do. I leave. I go get me a soup, chip, a sandwich. Man, I'm hanging out. Everybody say it's funny to me. Listen, I had a bad day before I hit that toe. My day has gone good. I'm doing real good until I come down, right? And when I come down, I realize one thing, that boy, you dirty. Boy, you dirty. Boy, you dirty. These people come to your bunk right now and say, Mr. Jerry, get off your bunk. You know what I'm saying? Put your hands behind your back. We finna take you to the captain office to piss test you. You dead. What you gonna do? Cause listen, let me tell y'all something. You know, I don't know how they piss test out here, but in the chain gang, the police gonna tell you to turn around. We want to see every drop go into that cup. Ain't no you ducking and dodging and you got your hand blocked. They gonna be looking right at you. You understand what I'm saying? And see, I try to get last in the line because they be tired of seeing cocks all day. When they get to me, I be like, man, come on, man, just piss Jerry. We know you ain't got please. Please let me go by. But let me tell y'all something. This is the pain about it, y'all. This is the pain. Every time I burn, listen, man, I had got something when everything that even my homeboys be like, man, D man, we ain't smoking with you no more. Cause you want to tell us when you think they gonna come piss test. Man, we ain't thinking about no piss test. Why you bringing up a piss test, right? And we just got through smoking. You bringing the people to us, man. So they used to get far away from me, right? And I used to be like, dang. So I was like, man, if I can't control myself, I don't need to be doing this here. If I can't control myself, I don't need to be doing this here. But check this out, y'all. Check this out now. I'm going to church. Listen, I'm doing some Bible studies. You feel? I'm trying to live right. But every time I bend that corner, my dog's gonna be right there, telling me, "Hey man, check this out, man. Get you a little hit." Now let me tell you something. I ain't judging nobody who do whatever they do. You understand? I ain't the man to judge you. You feel what I'm saying? But this is what I will give y'all. You know what I'm saying? Things that you can't let go. For example, my situation that I'm going to continue. Things that you can't let go, that you can't break away from, that got your fascination, that you just set upon a podium, that you objectify. We sometimes objectify females, fellas, and men and females objectify us as well. But if they become your God, then you're a slave to them because you just can't let go. And anything you just can't let go unless you one with them, which is a husband and a wife. You understand what I'm saying? Even they be trying to let go, but they locked in with papers and all kinds of glued all kind of paper. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Listen, it got to the point, y'all, where it got so bad to when I even got my life sentence took off of me, the temptation was still there. The temptation, but it was much worse now. Because you know what? I used to come around that corner. I mean, I used to be 4 months. I ain't doing it. Bop, 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 bop. But as the time flows by, as things settle down, you know, I'm in my rhythm. I'm going to my job, child hard, like prison life hitting me. You know what I'm saying? Mama can't send me no money right here. Things acting crazy. My sister died. Things going all out of proportion. Guess what? That weed saying, Devin, I ain't but a little bit because you can't handle no straight up God right now. You can't handle no fat God right now. You hit one of them things, you be laid up on this bunk. So I got a tweeter for you, and it's gonna do you just right. I'd be like, dang. Then I said, you know what? Now I'm straight. And guess what, y'all? By the time I say I'm straight and head to my bunk, 3, 4 people that ask me that I want to hit a whole pound to hit the compound. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody got answers right, and it's that gas. And I'm like, boy, look at here. Boy, it's that gas. We ain't never had. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And guess what, y'all? I fall high, and then the next day I'm paranoid. But check this out. This is a story that I'm getting to, y'all. This is a story that I'm getting to. So you know, I got the life sentence off me. I'm good, y'all. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but I got a problem, and it's this. You know, I can't break it. I can't get rid of it. So, you know, one day I had just took me a fat toast. I said, man, skip it, man. The life sentence off of me. You know what I'm saying? Will I go home? Blah, blah, blah. I'm tired. It was so much going on that day. I took me a fat toast. I talked myself into doing it, right? Soon as I talked myself into doing it, I was on the rec yard with my homeboy. We come off the rec yard, we go eat, child, and it's chicken day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I bought me 2 chicken on the bone. You know what I'm saying? Put me some barbecue sauce that I made. Finger licking good. We got a mad potato. I'm smashing this junk. I'm tearing him up, right? I'm high. I got the munchies. I go to the dorm. The officer called me to the office station. Jared, report to the office station. I'm like this here. You know what I'm saying? What they calling me for? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking people. Hey man, what they calling me for? Y'all know what they calling me for? People look at me, man. We don't know what they calling you for. Listen, I'm thinking everybody in the dorm knew I just took this smoke, right? So I'm like, damn, I'm paranoid. So listen, I go to the officer station. I say, who you said you was looking for? They said, Jared, is that you? Cause we looking at your name tags. I'm like, okay, I got my name tag on me. So they know it's me, right? So I'm like, okay. I said, okay, it's me. So I said, what's going on? They said, man, you need to report to the captain office at 5 o'clock. So I said, report to the captain office for what? They said, we don't know. We just report to the captain office. You got a problem with that? So I'm like, nah, I ain't got no problem with that. Absolutely not. I don't have any problem with that, right? So check this out. As soon as I leave out the office station, man, I go drinking water. I ain't going straight to the captain office. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water. I'm peeing, drinking water, I'm peeing. But y'all listen, I've been smoking. That junk ain't coming out of one day. But in the inmate, man, they think if you get that water white as can be, hey, sometimes you get by now because there don't be nothing but water coming out there. You know what I'm saying? We know how to do it, right? So but it's not. They like, Jared, they keep calling me to the office. They report. I ain't got enough time to flush. So you know what I do next? I'm asking them, hey man, y'all got some pee. What you think they gonna call me down? They like, man, if they call you to the captain office and it's almost count time, now we just came out, y'all, it's about 30 minutes to count time. That's why they need me down there. Cause it's almost count time and I'm supposed to been down there. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my goodness, what I'm gonna do? Damn, I'm going to jail. Listen, I had a lot going on at that time, y'all. A lot going on. A lot going on, right? And so, man, I walked down there like this here. I'm going down there, man, my head down. Listen, I'm praying. I'm doing all kind of stuff, man. I'm Lord, if you ever get me out of this, please, Jesus, I'm ever on everything. But listen, y'all, listen, I got the life sentence off me, but why is I'm crying? Why is I'm crying now that I already did what I needed to do? Why I'm crying? You understand what I'm saying? Because innately, I knew it was wrong. I knew that I would put myself in a precarious situation that can ruin me because I was still trying to go back to court and get some things done, which resulted in this situation, me being free. You feel me? So yeah, look here. So I'm walking down to the captain office. I'm trekking down. I'm talking to myself. I'm like, dang, but I'm the only person on the breezeway. Because it's almost count time. Count time mean that you need to be on your bunk, sitting up straight, class A while we walk by and count every inmate on this compound. Because if we get the wrong count, we're going to count again and again. If we do get that count wrong, we're going on straight lockdown until we get it right. So the officers in them do not play about count time. That's the most important thing there. And listen, y'all, it's 5 minutes to count time, and I'm on a breezeway by myself, walking to the captain office. It seemed like the whole breezeway to total in on me. I'm like, listen, I'm high. I'm like, look, I'm out of here, man. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Please, Lord, I'm out of here. Please, listen, you know how much turmoil that I took myself through, y'all? Man, do you understand what I was going through? So I get to the captain's office, and the captain is not in there, but an officer there. He said, "Hey, who you is?" I said, "My name is Devin, M.A. Devin Jared." And they said, "Well, you need to report to the room over here. They're waiting on you over there." I'm like, "Oh Lord." So listen, when I go open up the door, the captain there, a sergeant there, another officer there, and another officer there. They said, "Mr. Jared, where have you been? We've been searching for." I said, "Well, I was on the rec yard." "Well, you need to come in here." So when I came in there, I'm like, "Well, here it is." You know what they told me? They said, "Listen, we need to take your fingerprints because you're going to court tomorrow." Listen to me, y'all. I had to dream, fantasize, work myself up. I said, "Man, I'm through with dope. I would not do this." Listen, listen. Anybody came up to me with any stacks, they was getting whacked. That's how my mindset was. I was so hot, y'all. I was almost ready. Listen, I was almost ready to get somebody to pee and do my own thing, right? So I said fingerprint. Oh, yeah. So I went to talking about sports. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? How y'all doing? I mean, listen, man, I was so happy that day. You know what I'm saying? So the next day, boom. I said, "Boy, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm going back to court." That's what I've been waiting on. Right? And me and my partner, we walking around that track. Walking around that track. And I get to the corner. I can smell a reefer right here. My dog looking at me like, "Boy, God bless you, boy. Last night, boy, you could have went in." That's the good voice. And I'm looking at him like, "Yeah, but I got by that." You know what I'm saying? That reefer looking good. I know they ain't gonna come hit me twice. That's how the devil work, y'all. That's how I got. You got away this time. Here, all that begging I did. When that reefer hit my nose, I was like, "Oh my God." You know what I'm saying? I know my dog will give me 2, 3 chokes. And they gonna be like, "Boy, you got free, boy." You know they gonna tell me the same thing I'm telling myself. "Boy, you know you straight. They ain't gonna come hit you back to back." Right? So I went over there. And you know what, y'all? I'm gonna tell you what happened. A voice other than my friends and my partners told me, "Devin, you know, I've set you free not to be bound. I've set you free not to be bound." Listen, I was in prison, but I was set free. But I can bound myself even in there, regardless of whether I got out here right now or whether I was still in there doing more time until I got out. You understand what I'm saying? See, when God said He set you free, you're free indeed. I don't tell who don't take that or reserve that. That's how it is to me. You feel what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, dang, this reefer then became my God. I can't leave it alone. It's tugging me. It's grabbing onto me. It won't let me go. I can't control it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can't chop it, that means it's holding on to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a slave to it. So when I used to look at it, God said, "Man, this can end everything you got going on. They catch you one time, these people gonna have something to say for you about you if you go back to court and do anything. This gonna go on, this gonna go on, this gonna go on." But to me, it wasn't nothing wrong with it. But look at the implications of what was at stake. You understand what I'm saying? See, we set things up on pedestals. We glorify it. You know what I'm saying? We saying ain't nothing wrong with it. We make it our God, and then the pressure comes. You understand what I'm saying? And when you see that you out of control in what you got going on, and you try to step back, and this thing step with you, now you know you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? You know the truth about your situation. You know what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? When you become free, whether you out here in society, whether you in the chain gang right now, whether you in a situation in your life, in your family, your circumstances, whatever you got going on, listen, when God sets you free, when you know it's over, when that season has passed and that journey is over, don't become bound again. Stay free. Stay free because it's worth it. Don't forget the turmoil that sent you over these little cliffs and mountains. because your season has passed for it. Learn how to persevere, because I'm going to tell you something. For those of you that want to be redeemed, because we are kings, are we not? For those of you who want to be redeemed, there's a gift when you overcome. And it ain't just like, oh, I'm finna get a car, anything. The biggest gift that you get when you overcome something is the fact that you know you can overcome it. I can overcome this here. Man, listen, if I stand in that spot and hit that jumper 20 times in a row, like Curry will stand in the spot and hit 23s in a row. He know if he get in that spot and shoot that ball the way he's supposed to shoot it, why shouldn't it go in? His percentage is on point. And he do what he do with confidence. You know understand what I'm saying? Listen, when we overcome, we don't go back to the same things and let it master us. Whatever situation it may come in. Because when you overcome it one time, you break it. You understand? Because you know you can overcome it. You understand what I'm saying? Then this thing that thing gonna get behind you. Because you left that level. You didn't, now you're on another level with something that's gonna say, hey, I ain't that there. I'm something different. And you got to figure it out. But the blessed thing about it is you know you done overcame that. So you know that this thing can be overcame as well. Be redeemed, y'all. I'm telling you, be redeemed. Be a king about yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, y'all, please comment, like, subscribe, and boost the show out there, man, so people can see it. Absolutely. I love y'all. Redemption, baby.